business is made up of two major components. The business management side of helping designers run their business, sort of being the left brain, right brain partnership to them. And the other side is product development. I just want to talk to you briefly about what this topic is supposed to be about, which is branding yourself and the power of a signature look. For me, the product side, it's very important that you actually have a point of view when you create a signature look. And on your business side, not everybody needs to have a signature look to be successful in the business, but there is a power behind it, and that's what I wanted to share with you. So one of the first things I tell people they need to figure out is the vision for their company. How do you really determine what it is that you want to do every day, and that what your company wants to be? So the first phase is, the product conception. What is it you want to create? What's the marketplace for it? What's the financial capacity, the demographics, price points? We really analyze the product and what it wants to become, and what your ideas are. The designer is at that point doing schematics and renderings, color palette, materials, finishes, and then legally, we tend to look for trademarks and confidentiality. We do a lot of NDAs, which is non-disclosure agreements, to make sure that your idea isn't stolen. Phase two is really the product development, where we're out there we critique the design and evaluate it. There's sort of package development, but we're also at that point looking at different manufacturers for you to work with. And then again, you're refining your designs. Once we've identified, and sometimes even before we identify a manufacturer, we'll get into prototyping so that we can see actual pieces. And then, actually the marketing side, this slide has actually been slightly redone, happens a little bit later. But then the manufacturing and distribution and just the creation of it and getting fitted into the slot, because most lines get introduced at fall or spring markets. And so we need to fit into those timelines. And then there's a whole phase around launching. We want to make sure you get the right press and the right coverage so that it actually sells. We have plenty of clients on the management side of our business that we don't do products for, that run very, very successful businesses.
That's your business development
That's
side.
the business management side. Okay. And like the client that I said that, they were here to put rich people off the street or whatever, we had this retreat with them, and they are totally off the radar. Our goal is to actually get them more published, because it makes it easier. If you're published, the ability for you to get work becomes that much easier. If you're the best kept secret, it's a very difficult thing, and the only way people are going to know about you is, one, most of the things you do are residential homes, and who gets to go in them? So, the ability, we always say stay away from, restaurants, and, retail is very hard to design for because you don't make much money, but it's a great calling card because people can come and see your design. We have a client who did the new restaurant Tavern, and the calls he's been getting are incredible. It's a beautiful space. And so that does help. But we have clients that are totally off the radar, and they have patron clients that take them from one house to the next house to the next house. We call those serial builders. We kind of love those people. But honestly, it's those relationships, and it's a relationship business, that if you're finding that you get one project from a client and the client hires somebody else, you've done something wrong. So it's about building those relationships, but it's also making sure that you do get published to make it easier for you to build a practice.